Hello again. So today we're going to talk about the rest of my cups and saucers, and I think I can get them all in one video. There's a few, there may be a few more around the house that I've missed, so there could be another video later on, but I think we're going to get all of these today, and it may be a bit of a long video. I apologize if that's the case. So let's just go ahead and get started. I'm going to start right here with this beautiful Ainsley cup and saucer. Something about the black, you know, it's got an embossed pattern. I don't know how well you can see that, but with these white roses, it's just beautiful. And then we have this one is kind of plain, but it is bone china. It is a pretty blue color. Yeah, there's nothing wrong with it. I would have liked it if it had a flower or some sort of embellishment. This one is Royal Stafford. That is very pretty. It's got a pale yellow, gold, sort of a scroll pattern. Plain outside, lovely shaped cup, lovely handle, just beautiful. This is another Ainsley. And again, this one is not overly decorated. It's just got this gold, I guess, flower design on the inside. Other than that, we've just got the sort of a peachy orange color cup in the corset shape. And right here, we have an Elizabethan cup. Plain inside, very pretty, cobalt blue and gold pattern outside. And this is a Castle Japan. I do believe that this is hand painted. I don't know if we can see if there's any brush marks. It is fairly easy to tell when something is transferware, and certainly anything that's a full dinner set would be, because it would be very difficult for someone to hand paint everything. This one I did show before. This one seems like a simple little cup, but it is hand painted, and you can even see the raised detail. And there is a signature there under the flowers, and I've been trying to pick that out so I can do a bit more research, but I haven't been able to read it properly. Back here is a cup that I was quite fond of. It's Royal Albert, and it's part of their Woodland series. And when I took it out to do this video, look what I discovered. I don't know. I use this fairly often, so I don't know if it got damaged while it was being washed. I don't have a dishwasher, so it wasn't that. And it's just too bad. I'm still going to keep it just for decorative purposes, and I have a couple of more in that series, so now I'm going to have to look to replace that one for sure. This is a Royal Albert Flower of the Month, and I have Flower of the Month. There's actually a couple of versions of their Flower of the Month. This is their Wildflower series. It's the only one I have, and it is August, and it is the poppy. And this one I've shown before. This is from, I think, Austria. Definitely hand painted. You can see those roses. Very old, very delicate, and very pretty. Grosvenor, I think I'm pronouncing that properly, is the name on this one. Another pretty cup. Nice shape, you know, almost like a, I suppose, almost like a mug shape. This is another Elizabethan. A simple pattern, but it's very pretty, and it's a very nicely shaped cup, as you can see. Plain inside. This beauty is Royal Stafford. Very pretty, dark burgundy color. So I guess that's a rose, maybe a lotus, I don't know. Whatever it is really nice, and the gold accents, very, very nice. There that is. This is nice with the ribbons and garland on the outside. Cauldron, England, I think. Very nice. It's beautiful, beautiful green and gold. As I say, that one has a bit of pattern on the outside. A lot of these older cups in this shape would just be white outside. They're all beautiful. This is another of the Royal Albert Woodland series. Excuse me, thankfully this one is not damaged. This is the Robin. So this is it. Royal Albert makes so many different series of cups that you kind of, if you tried to collect them all, I don't know how big a space you'd need, but it is tempting. This is Royal Crown Derby. And that's a lovely little cup and saucer, as you can see, with roses and a whole bunch of different flowers there. Beautiful. Okay, we move around here. And this, I think, is another Royal Albert. Yes, Royal Albert Crown China, which I think would indicate that this is an older Royal Albert. And the pattern is Mayfair. And that's just lovely. It has rose inside. It's a nice sort of a robin's egg blue rose in the center of the saucer. And the outer edge is almost a very pale yellow with gold accents. And right here, I think that's Foley. E.B. Foley, I do believe. This one is, it's got beautiful gold detailed leaves on the cup and the saucer. Beautiful. Right here, I have a Royal Albert poinsettia. I do have my Christmas dishes packed away, so maybe later I will do a video on them. This is the Royal Albert Yuletide. I wanted to show them together so that you could see that they're really the same. Maybe very slight differences, but that could happen even if they were both Yuletide or both poinsettia. There could be some slight differences. And I do like with Christmas dishes to mix and match. And certainly if you collect poinsettia, you shouldn't turn down an opportunity to buy some Yuletide pieces to add to your collection. I wanted to show this little cup. It says a present from Tilt Cove. Tilt Cove was a mining community here in Newfoundland. And my grandfather at one point worked in those mines. And my aunt, who I grew up with, was a child there. And she spoke so often about Tilt Cove. When I walked into a thrift store in St. John's and saw that on a shelf, I was just delighted, and I had to pick it up. Had to get it because it just reminded me of her and her stories. Nobody lives in Tilt Cove now. Up until a few years ago, I think there were 4 people there, but it's abandoned now. This little cup says, "Remember me." It's not marked. It's very old. And my understanding is that there was a point in time when things like that would be given if there was a death in the family, if somebody needed to be, I guess, remembered, but they would give out cups, or I think I have a teapot here somewhere. Sometimes you'll see "Think of Me." This little cup and saucer is from China. I don't know that it's anything special. It was with a lot of cups that I bought, so I've kept it. This cup I got at a church sale in St. John's. I think it's from Austria. It is quite old. do believe it's hand painted. I'm trying to get this to focus. I'm not doing a very good job. There is a scratch through the painting on the angel, which is unfortunate. You kind of got to get close up to see it. It's a beautiful dark green color. And here's the saucer, and you can see it's an angel, and she's protecting that child who's looks like she's reaching into some water. So it is an old cup. It's very delicate, very pretty. Not something I would use, obviously, based on the size, but it is nice for display. Now, I mentioned I had a few cups in the Royal Albert Regal series, and this is another one. I have 4, actually. Regal series, the cups, well, the color is in the saucer in the bottom of the cup. And there are quite a few colors. I know there's mugs in the Regal series. I'm not sure what else. But again, it's just a very pretty cup, and you could mix and match it with anything. I have the green. I showed the black and the red in a previous video. And I also have this one, which is a sort of a teal. Very pretty color. So that's those. In here now. Oh, this is another of the Royal Albert Woodland series. This is a red one. So that one, thank goodness, is in good shape. And as I said, I'll have to try to replace the other one. I'll certainly buy more of these if I see them anyway. Back here, this is Royal Stafford. And I don't know if you can see, if you can tell if it's hard in this light. Those roses are hand painted. And it's a black cup. This outer band is pale yellow with the gold accents. Just beautiful. There's something about the black in teacups just makes them stand out so much. Okay. Back here, it's another Royal Stafford. It is numbered, and it's sort of a different color. I don't see a lot in the mauve or lilac, again with a lot of gold detailing, a lot of detail inside. This is Royal Adderley, and it's a nice sort of a mustardy yellow. There's just the saucer is a plain center, and there's just the one red rose on the inside. But it's a good quality cup, nice shape, very pretty. And here, this is another Ainslie, and Ainslie is a very collectible name, I guess, when it comes to cups and saucers. That is a beautiful blue cup with the white and the gold and the white scroll pattern. Just beautiful. Back here, there's the saucer. We have Royal Albert in the Laurentian Snowdrop in a very pale sea green color, very pale green. Beautiful. I know you can get that particular pattern in different colors and different pieces. And this one is another one of what I would call an Amari pattern. It looks like Taylor, maybe Taylor and Kent. I don't know, the back stamp is a bit rubbed out on that one, but again, it's got the orange roses and the gold and the cobalt blue. This is a Paragon cup. I think those are sweet peas. And this one is what they call double warranted, if you see that. That is more desirable in a Paragon cup. And any Paragon cup would say, by appointment to Her Majesty the Queen. Double warranted, I think, has Queen Elizabeth and Queen Mary. It's just something to be on the lookout for when you're looking at cups. If you can find one that's double warranted. It's beautiful, and the interior with the, as I say, I think they're sweet peas, just beautiful. Beautiful, delicate, older cup. Right here, this is Royal Grafton. And again, with the pink roses and the blue forget-me-nots. Lovely. We come along to this one. And that looks Crown China, I do believe. This is nice. As you're drinking your tea, you have this little bit of decoration on the inside to look at as the tea gets lower in the cup. And it's another one that's in a nice, I'd call it a sort of burgundy or wine color. Some of these, well, most of these I've shown before. I just wanted to do a more updated video and include some that I hadn't shown. This is Cold Port. Beautiful cup. Beautiful pattern with the dark reddish color, gold, trees and birds. Just lovely. This is the Royal Stafford Garland, and I mentioned before, I've seen this particular cup or a version of it selling quite high on different platforms. Unfortunately, this one, the blue is faded on the saucer and on the cup, and the gold band that would have been on the bottom of the interior of the cup is gone. It's gold on the outer edge is fine. There's no chips or cracks. So I'm not sure what's up with that one, but it's certainly a beautiful cup, and I'm glad to have it. This, I think, is another Ainsley. Yes, it is. This is another one that has a bird pattern, bright yellow. Another beautiful cup and saucer. Right here we have another Royal Stafford. So their cups, the Royal Stafford cups, certainly in this lot, are very detailed, very well done, with the hand-painted roses. It's beautiful. It's got a dark green and gold border. This cup is a Sadler. Move over here out of the sun. Sadler Wellington, and it is a flower of the month cup, and it's got pansies. And I think with Royal Albert, the flower for August is a poppy, and this is an August cup. Beautiful cup. And Sadler is another well-known quality china maker. This cup has what you would call a chintz pattern on the saucer and the cup, and it is Rosina. Beautiful gold band on the inside, lovely flowers, nice shape, beautiful little cup. Right here we have a Royal Standard, again with the pale blue and the gold band of flowers. This is another chintz, and this one is Coalclough. I think I said it right this time. And it's beautiful. It's pale yellow. Here's the saucer. Pale yellow with the gold chintz pattern, and then the colored flowers, roses. Another beautiful cup. Here we have an Indian tree pattern. A lot of different manufacturers made versions of Indian tree, and I'm not sure who made it originally. This is a Cold Port, which is another well-known quality manufacturer. And there's the pattern. This one does have some pattern on the inside and a lot of pattern on the outside, as you can see. And here we have another Ainsley. So there was a few Ainsley in this slot. And a big pattern of flowers on the inside of the saucer. The inside of the cup just has this scroll pattern. And there's the outside. I'm just having a quick look to see if I missed anything. And I don't think I have. So that's it for the cups and saucers. As I say, I've no doubt there are some others here in this house poked away in cupboards or on the backs of shelves that I could show you. But I think we've done well for today. I did want to show one thing, and I don't know how well I'm going to be able to do this. I'm going to try to pick something up now without causing any damage, so please bear with me. It's going to take a minute. Just going to lay you. Well, I guess what I wanted to show is this, and I'll pick it up in my hand and do my best. This is, I showed this platter in my last video. It was one that I got at a sale on this weekend. And I showed this cup and saucer. And the platter is from Japan. The cup and saucer is actually a Royal Albert. So I think it just shows how much, I don't know who copied who, but if you put, sorry, excuse that, if you put these together, you would think that they were from the same manufacturer, and it's not even close, but you can see how similar the patterns are. Anyway, thanks again for watching. Have a great day, and we'll talk to you again. Bye-bye.